Mr. C.K. Mishra, Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, our other senior officers, Mr. Ambassador, Mr. Bhatt, all the distinguished guests, friends from the media and from other diplomatic missions. Well, friends, let me first of all welcome you all to this very important COP24 in the wonderful city of Katowice, Poland. I believe that we are at a critical juncture in our ongoing battle to save our planet from the threats of global warming. And let me assure you that India is truly committed to winning this battle. I feel proud in affirming that India has made great strides in its journey towards climate change, adaptation and mitigation. And I can with full conviction say that if you even visit this stall properly, if you spend good quality time here, because what we did just now was a symbolic exercise of inaugurating it, but actually getting into the nitty-gritty and details of what we have tried to showcase, it certainly requires time, and that will be enough. If you really do that, that will be enough testimony to what I am saying and what we are all committed to and what the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister is. And you will be able to enjoy that India has really gone quite ahead in its war against global warming and climate change, and we truly mean what we say and what we pledge. This pavilion, and I must congratulate those who were involved with the making of this pavilion, showcasing it in this form here, for the great effort that they have done to showcase the great achievements of India in this small space in a very brilliant manner, using technology in the finest form, most sophisticated form. And I am particularly happy that the movement which is closest to my heart and for which we have been working day in and day out, which has now been recognized by the United Nations also, which has now been recognized by the BRICS nations also, the Green Good Deeds movement, for which we are trying to appeal to everybody all across the world to at least perform a green good deed every day. You don't have to do some sort of a rocket science for performing those green good deeds. You only have to change your behavior to green good behavior. And we are reminding this world that this is your moral duty. This is your moral duty towards the future generation of children. This is your moral duty for those children who are not yet born. And we are reminding everybody that this is your green social responsibility for this world. So this green good deeds, this movement has also been, it's also a symbolic expression of what has been shown here. We have put them on an app called after the name of the Environment Minister of India, who is in front of you right now, Dr. Harsh Vardhan. So that is the easiest way to have access to these green good deeds. You can go to the Environment Ministry sites also. Right now we put one green good deed every day on the Twitter also, on the Facebook also, to ensure that it becomes a big social movement all across the world. So I am really particularly very happy about it, and also very happy about the fact that the Prime Minister's mission for the new theme that he has given to this whole world, one sun, one world and one grid. I think that has also been very ably shown. A lot of things have been shown. His most ambitious Swachh Bharat mission, his most ambitious other missions, they have all been exhibited in the best possible manner. And this pavilion reflects our ambitious and bold actions on climate change. You must have appreciated. We will be organizing more than 20 sessions here, covering issues important for climate change adaptation and mitigation. This year, as I already mentioned, the theme of this Indian Pavilion is One Bird, One Sun, One Grid, as highlighted by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji during the first assembly of the International Solar Alliance on October 2018 in New Delhi. The Honorable Prime Minister has set an ambitious target that 40% of its installed power capacity will be from non-fossil fuels by 2030. I think we are marching ahead very successfully in that direction. Under the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister, we have launched many policies and set up institutional mechanisms to advance our climate actions. These initiatives are a reflection of our commitment towards addressing climate change concerns, including energy security, food and water security, capacity enhancement at national and state level. Friends, as I just mentioned, we have launched a nationwide campaign in preserving and protecting the environment called the Green Good Deeds movement. We realized that people's participation is crucial to accomplish our goal, and so this campaign was prepared to inspire, encourage and involve each and every individual of our society all across the globe. The attempt is to ensure that each and every citizen must adopt measures to protect the environment by doing small but significant green good deeds such as save energy, save water, carpool to work, use dustbins for disposal of waste, segregate waste, plant trees and so on and so forth. I expect that this movement, Green Good Deeds, will soon involve people not only in India but all across the globe, and we see the early signs of that already appearing. I am receiving positive feedback from all stakeholders for further strengthening this movement. India is working hard for achieving our Prime Minister's cherished goal of 175 gigawatts target for installed renewable energy capacity by 2022. The effect of increased use of renewable energy is now visible in India. Resultantly, India stands 4th in wind power, 5th in renewable power and 6th in solar power installed. Besides solar and wind power, we are also working on biomass, biofuel and bioenergy. Our aim will always be to leap ahead into the future of energy solutions that make this world a cleaner and greener place. In the last few years, India has taken a number of other initiatives also. Till date, more than 310 million LEDs have been installed countrywide. Around 58 million households are already covered under the Ujjwala scheme. Ujjwala scheme will not only contribute to improved health of women and children, but also help in reducing forest degradation. Just in last 2 years, India achieved 1% increase in its forest cover, whereas in many countries across the globe, it is depleting. More than 0.26 million electric vehicles have been sold, with more than 91 million carbon dioxide reduction in kgs. Apart from this, we have also pledged to get rid of single-use plastics by 2022 across the country. India's leadership in global climate action has been recognized, and Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has been bestowed with Champion of the Earth Award this year by the United Nations for his stewardship in promoting International Solar Alliance and resolve to make India plastic free by 2022. I believe it is crucial that we find ways to combat climate change, not just through modern technologies, but with the wisdom of our collective cultural tradition. We are all aware that our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has been providing international leadership for the climate change and global warming issues. He has reminded the whole world of the need for environmental protection and adopting the climate resilience lifestyles. We also believe that contribution of citizens, sustainable lifestyles and climate justice provides an alternative means to address climate change, which must be rigorously pursued. I would like to conclude by saying that India stands committed to fighting climate change. Guided by our Indian culture and ethos, we are dedicated to climate action, and that will ensure climate justice for all. Before I say the final word, I must congratulate and thank Mr. J.R. Bhatt and all his colleagues, all the scientists who have been involved in production of these books. This is just these two books are. This is just the tip of the iceberg. There are many other books which have been produced. I think they thought that probably I should not be releasing all of them, so they brought only two just now for this function. But this, I think, speaks volumes about the commitment of the department, its officers and its scientists. Because what we are trying to do, we are also trying to practice, we are trying to put that in academic form to be circulated to all people all across the country, to relevant stakeholders, to scientists, to young children, to students and to everyone all across the world. So this is a climate change and water resources in India, biodiversity and climate change. I think once again all my congratulations to the authors of this book and all those who support it, and for the authors and the supporters of all other publications which will be released during this COP24 in this pavilion during the course of the future developments. And also once again for the organizers of this pavilion and of course to all of you who made it to this function and who have all traveled long distances to be part of this COP24. We all pray very sincerely to God that the outcome of this COP24 should go down in history of this whole world as one of the most important meetings. Paris was one landmark. This Katowice should become another landmark, because if we unfortunately fail in our duty in accomplishing the success of this COP24, this will mean, I think, a very bad signal for the future generation of children. And I am sure that certainly wisdom will prevail upon everybody who is attending this conference, who is part of the negotiations. And on behalf of India, I can officially promise that we will adopt a very, very positive, very, very balanced and very, very thoroughly inclusive approach, which will certainly ensure justice for all and particularly justice for the future generation of children.